Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. De La Salle University Dasmariñas confirms that one of its students was killed inside her dormitory. Reports say the 24-year-old computer science student was found dead in her dorm room at Barangay Santa Fe, Dasmariñas City. The victim was stabbed to death by a suspect who has yet to be identified. The school says it's now coordinating with local authorities to increase police visibility in the area and tighten security in dormitories near the campus. The LSUD says safety marshals will also be deployed off campus in the vicinity of private dorms and other establishments frequented by students. 3 suspects are accusing the PNP-CIDG of pressuring them to identify the Teveses as the ones who ordered to bury the seized firearms and explosives in one of their properties. Marlene Alcaide with the story.
The 3 suspects arrested in the sugar mill owned by former Negros Oriental Governor Pride Henry Teves remain under the custody of the PNP-CIDG. They were arrested at the former governor's compound where several firearms, explosives, and a huge amount of money were seized during a search. Their lawyers say the 3 are complaining that the PNP-CIDG has been pressuring them to tag the former governor and his brother, Congressman Arnie Teves, as the ones who ordered to bury the firearms in their property.
Kasi sinasabi nila from day one that they were arrested, there was already pressure being exerted against them. Hindi dinetalye sa akin, pero kahapon lang nang pinuntahan ko sila, 4 na beses na daw silang kinausap. Only for that day. Pinapaamin po daw sila na
Attorney Michael Melia says the suspects were told by the police that if they won't cooperate, they could face several cases.
pressure to file several malicious cases against them.
With this development, Melia says the families of the suspects will file a complaint with the Commission on Human Rights. Meanwhile, Congressman Teves' lawyer, Attorney Ferdinand Topacio, is appealing to Interior Secretary Benher Abalos to investigate this matter.
Please, I do not believe at this point na meron po kayong kinalaman dito sa panggigipit na ito. So under nyo po ang mga kapulisan, pakitignan po itong ginagawang ito. Please lang.
Ganito yan kumisang kasi, lahat ng gagawin mo, uunahan ka na eh. Lahat, kanya sabihin, panggigipit. Lahat ng gagawin ko, panggigipit na. Hindi pa nangyayari. Kamukha nung araw, sinasabi niya, paplantahan siya. Pare, pagkatapos ng patayan at tsaka lamang nahuli lahat, hindi ba?
This morning, Attorney Topacio and Attorney Melia went to the Justice Department to attend the continuation of the preliminary investigation into the illegal possession of firearms complaint against Congressman Teves. This one is in connection with the firearms previously seized in his property in Negros Oriental. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla earlier said that Congressman Teves, who is still out of the country, is now being considered as one of the masterminds in the killing of Governor Tegamo. And until now, Attorney Topacio couldn't say when is his client coming home. The next hearing is scheduled on April 14th when the filing of the respondent's counter affidavit is expected. For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
On to some latest developments on that. Former Negros Oriental Governor Pride Teves confirms that his license to own and possess firearms has been revoked. Teves says he was surprised by this move by the CIDG as he was not given prior notice. With this, Pride Teves says he will immediately surrender his personal firearms to the Bayaran police within the day. This as he convinced that the CIDG will use the revocation of his license to raid his home and accuse him of possessing loose firearms. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Some 575 kilos of methamphetamine or shabu have been seized by authorities in a house in Baguio City. Authorities say the total haul is worth 4 billion pesos. The suspected shabu were found inside Chinese tea bags. In yesterday's operation, authorities arrested Chinese national Ming Hui, alias Tan, an occupant of the house. The DILG suspects that the shabu may have been brought to Cordillera for storage and was supposed to be distributed elsewhere. Interior Secretary Benher Abalos believes the seized drugs could possibly be part of the 900 kilos recently discovered in Metro Manila, citing similar markings.
Tataka kayo bakit andito mga kapulisyahan ng National Capital Region. Kaya nagpunta po sila rito because this is a continuing operation, no, ng NCRPO at ng PIDEA. Ito'y simula lamang. Marami pa itong
The PNP meanwhile notes that based on initial information, none of the illegal drugs have been distributed. Speaking to the big story, Baguio Mayor Benjamin Magalong says he believes the illegal drugs were brought into the city by syndicates as anti-drug operations in Metro Manila have intensified. Magalong adds that they will not stop the investigation until they identify who the syndicate's contact is in the city. In light of the incident, the Baguio City Police says they will also tighten inspection on motorists coming into the city.
Alam nila kung saan nila ilalagay, alam kilala nila, alam nila kung ano yung mga bakante, may contact sila sa Baguio. And we will not stop. I directed the police, we will not stop the investigation until such time we'll be able to identify who is their contact in the city of Baguio.
Senator Win Gatchalian wants schools to revert to a June to March academic calendar. Gatchalian, who chairs the Senate Committee on Basic Education, said this would allow students to take a break during the scorching summer months. The proposal comes amid reports of extreme heat exhaustion among students, prompting some schools to suspend in-person classes.
Two reasons. Number one, ang election natin is always summer. No? So people will go out to vote. Kasi pag tag-ulan, people will not go out to vote. And then pangalawa, summer kasi that's the time students can go out, spend with their families, as opposed to tag-ulan.
Education Department spokesperson Michael Poa said they will take note of the suggestion and study the matter.
We're not closed. Tayo po we're taking note talaga po ng mga suggestions na ukol dyan. And we will definitely look into it and study the matter kasi hindi naman po simple yan.
The MMDA is also looking to shield its personnel from heat-related illnesses. Beginning April 1, the agency will impose a 30-minute heat stroke break for its field personnel. The policy seeks to protect outdoor MMDA personnel from symptoms of heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and heat cramps. It covers traffic enforcers and street sweepers working from 10 a.m. to 12 noon and those on duty from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. The heat stroke break will be implemented daily through rotation and will be in effect until May 31. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.